keep on piling vegetation, which was never burnt as the Aboriginals did when they were here. They were very aware of the dangers this caused. Then when a fire does come, and they always do come, they are horrific.
Now this is a scandal and it's time we addressed it. Less than 1% of fire-prone land in New South Wales is subject to hazard reduction burns. What the hell is going to happen if the other 99% is on fire?
I'd like state and federal governments to work together on this so that we can actually have more annual burns.
As fires continue to blaze across New South Wales and Queensland, there's a raging debate over the level of hazard reduction burning to reduce the fire risk.
Because you can't burn the whole state, and it's ridiculous to even suggest you can.
Hazard reduction burning is a method to reduce the quantity of fuel in the bush. So should a uncontrolled fire burn into that area, the behaviour of the fire will change because there's less fuel. This is actually really interesting. You can see that big long fire front.
Professor David Bowman, the director of the University of Tasmania's Fire Centre, says there's no reason to point the finger at green activists.
I think that a lot of environmentalists would be really chuffed if they thought that level of influence over fire management. It's either too wet to burn, or when it's available to burn, it's going to burn in an uncontrolled and in a dangerous way.
He argues the landscape in northern New South Wales poses major challenges for hazard reduction burns.
You couldn't do planned burning if you wanted to. The terrain is too steep, the fuels are too heavy. It's just not practical to do that. And so that's why those areas haven't been treated.
But if you look at the 1 million hectares that's burnt already, there's a mix of grasslands and pasture. Now, you can't burn that because it's livestock feed, and if you do burn it, it grows back within a year, so there's no point.
This year, the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service has undertaken hazard reduction burns covering more than 130,000 hectares.
What the experts are telling me is that national park services have been cut back in just about every state and territory except perhaps Victoria. And that, of course, impacts on the ability to do hazard reductions.
Former State Fire Chief Greg Mullins is a member of the Climate Council and sees a clear link to climate change.
Fires are harder to control, so it's either too wet or it's too dangerous to burn. So our window for hazard reductions is getting smaller and smaller. It's not the greenies, it's climate change.
Just weeks ago, he was deployed to a fire near Grafton in northern New South Wales and saw something he once thought was impossible.
We had a new fire in burnt area. It had burnt about 2 weeks before, and the dead leaves on the trees had fallen down, and a small fire was moving through those leaves towards unburnt territory, which was remarkable. I've actually never seen that before, but that's what can happen.
He is urging a fundamental reassessment of our national bushfire strategy.
This is just one of many impacts of climate change, and we need a national rethink of how we manage this problem.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.